Third time's a charm, they say. This is my third attempt to do this video. The first one stopped at 1 minute. Second one just went into a little spin there. And so I've completely wired up this video and hopefully we can get through it. So today I welcome you, and I am talking to you about taking control of your day. This is Dr. Gwen from the Dr. Gwen International Link. Taking control of your day. You know, that is the thing that I feel that people don't think that they have the capability to do. They feel like they have to live their lives according to what is thrown at them, according to the experiences that show up. Today, I want to share with you 3 things that will help you to take control of your day. Because maybe you have been on the casts that I've done, the recordings, where I've talked about you finding what's important for you in your entire life, you creating priorities and commitments from that, then you sorting through what you should do and placing those in a structure so you can get those done. And maybe you've been doing that. At least that is what I hope. And if not, then what are you waiting for? Jump on board and get it done. And if you are already in the process of doing that, you may find that there are things that show up in your life that may still cause you to feel unfulfilled or sad or a little frazzled during the day. And so this broadcast today is intended to help you to see how you can take control of your day. So we're going to be talking about 3 things that will help you to take control of your day. Let's begin. The first thing is looking at how you start and end your day. Let's start with how you end your day first. You want to avoid getting in bed immediately after you've listened to some disturbing news or some disturbing information, because what that actually does is it sets your body in motion to your subconscious mind begins to marinate on those things, and likely you will create some of those experiences subconsciously that you may not be aware of. So you don't want to get in that space where you are going to bed with those thoughts that are disturbing, especially the news. So what I recommend you do is to quiet your mind and relax your body 100% from head to toe, and just breathe and focus on a white space as you close your eyes, maybe a circle. Or one other thing that I like to do is to imagine that I'm at the beach and the water is calm and the sun is setting, and I can see the sunset on the horizon as I'm laying on my back in the water. And that allows my body to release the tension, because you know if you're laying on your back in the water, if you have any tension, you're going to sink. So just releasing that tension and then bringing up events during the day that are happy events, things that I'm grateful for that happened during the day. Or if you can't get to that space, which I wasn't able to do when I started, think about something that was happy in your past and just be grateful and thankful for life. You want to go to bed with some thought that causes you to feel really good about who you are and what you're doing. So the next thing, number 2, is you want to monitor your thoughts throughout the day. Now, many people feel that, as I said, the experiences that come at them during the day are the only experiences that they can have. But I want to change your perspective and to let you know that you are a very powerful being and that you have the ability to create your day. Yes, I know you don't have control over the people who are around you. You really don't, but you have control over you and what you do. And by that, you can actually create your day. You can create or choose the experiences that you will have. There was a time, I can tell you, when I used to be the number one person that allowed everything that floods in to ruin my day. My thoughts would be in the ditches for hours, maybe days even. And I would have to take quite a significant amount of time to recenter myself so I could begin to focus again on what was important to me. Now, if you find that you are like that, then it's going to be important for you to really get a handle on your day. So you want to take control of your thoughts before the momentum builds. When you find a thought that you definitely know is not going to cause you happiness to feel good, then you want to interrupt that thought before it builds momentum. Because once you allow that thought to gain fuel on the fire, it's hard. You probably cannot get out of that thought while you are in it. But what you can do while you're in it is to gradually reach for something that feels a little better. If you find that you can distract your mind completely and get to a different thought, which is usually very, very, very hard to do once the thought has built momentum, then you can do that. But if not, you might reach for something that feels a little better in the moment. If you're really angry at someone, then you might want to think about something else that is close to anger, but that may feel a little better, and just work your way up the emotion scale until you find a better feeling. This is something that I do every day. The other day I got a very disturbing news about a loved one. And let me tell you something, that one socked me in the gut. It was really rough. My mind was just really feeling for that person. And I had to work my way out of it gradually. I didn't allow my thoughts to go down into the depth of thinking about, okay, why did this happen? How badly is he hurt? I did not allow myself to go down there because I knew where that would take me, would completely take me off of my game. And so I was able to work my thoughts to feel better. And then from that place, I was able to think about some things that I could do to really empower that individual in their moment of sadness, which I probably would not have been able to do had I entertained that thought. So don't give energy. Stop giving energy to the things that don't cause you to feel good about yourself. When you do that, you're prolonging more of those things that you don't want to feel good about to show up in your life. Okay, so remember that. The third and final thing is practice a habit of sticking to your priorities. You know, we have a way of allowing things to flow into our day to interrupt our day. And so we let people flood in, we let experiences flood in, and sometimes you may not have control over it because you're in a work environment. But what you do is you have control over you. And you can set how you're going to look at and think about the thoughts, or think about what is being thrown at you. Once you set that priority, make it a habit to stick to it. If you don't stick to it, what's going to happen is you're actually creating other habits of not staying on track. And so the next time you want to stay on track, it's going to be much more difficult, much more challenging, because those habit-forming patterns are subconscious. The other day, as I got back on track with writing my book, I could feel that my day wanted to be crowded out. And as I worked through my schedule and I was feeling really good about accomplishing the stuff, and I looked at the clock, the time for writing my book had partially gone. But I know how a habit is formed. And I knew that if I did put off even putting one sentence in that book that day, that was a nail that I would have driven deep down in the habit of putting off my book. And so I got into writing. and I started writing, and I wrote for 15 minutes. It wasn't the time frame that I had intended to achieve. However, that 15 minutes of writing felt like gold. What it did was it re-inspired me and reignited the vision of sticking to my priorities. So the next day was easier again. If you want to stick to your priorities, pay attention to what you are allowing to push you off course and push them away. Don't focus on them, but push them away. Focus on your priorities. Find a loving way to say no to those gorgeous, wonderful people who want to show up to add things to your schedule. Okay, so those are the 3 things that I wanted to review with you. Number 1, look at how you end and start your day. When you end your day, don't go to bed with troubling thoughts. Start your day with an empty mind. Set that pace where you clear your thoughts and you choose how you're going to start your day. You want to make sure that you visualize the experiences that you will have, who the people are that you're going to talk to, how your day is going to go. You set that tone in your mind, and you set the tone that my day is going to be beautiful. It's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be relaxing. I'm going to meet people that I like. I'm going to interact with people that I like. My interactions will be positive. So start your day that way. Number 2, monitoring your thoughts. Don't allow thoughts to build momentum if they're not thoughts that are feeling good for you. Okay? And don't feel that everything that drops right in front of you is the thing that's going to dictate the way you feel. You have the power, you have the choice. Make the choice that you're going to feel good despite whatever comes your way. And if you find yourself in a slump where the thought hits you so quickly and your feelings overwhelmed, relax, accept it, and finally gradually work your way out. Don't stay there for too long so that you're feeling better. And finally, number 3 is you want to practice a habit of sticking to your priorities. Stick with the structure you have created. Find a way to say no to everything else. Doing these 3 things, I guarantee you, will make a huge difference in the experiences you have from day to day. I'm not sharing this from the perspective of theory. This is how I live my life, and every single day is magical. Even when sad news come in, every day is magical. And that is what I hope for you. I'd love to hear your experiences as you apply these 3 things. And you can respond to me here on my page, or you can send me an email at info@thedrgwen.com. My friends, this is Dr. Gwen, empowering lives to live purposefully and passionately, and skyrocketing your business profits from the inside out. Take care, guys.